Dr. Ferguson, what is osteoporosis?
Osteoporosis is decreasing bone mass, typically seen with age, sometimes with chronic illness as well. So loss of calcium from our bones, and increasing brittleness, increasing risk of fracture.
Is there a way to prevent it naturally?
Yes, so the risk factors of osteoporosis, besides aging, would be lower estrogen status. So if you have low hormones, family history. Most women typically know if their mothers or their grandmothers had trouble with osteoporosis. That's going to put you in a higher risk category yourself, so it's important to take precautions during our developmental years. So from birth through age 20 approximately is the most important time to get in your calcium as compared to the later years. So that first or childhood is the most important time to get your calcium in. So that's a big area of prevention. Ways that you can improve your bones would be to take a high quality calcium magnesium supplement. So for example, calcium and magnesium citrate, for example, are going to be better absorbed than calcium oxalate or magnesium oxalate. So those would be two forms that you want to look for above the oxalates. So the calcium magnesium supplement absorption is going to be important too. So absorption of your nutrients and of your of those supplements. So taking it in capsules, in powdered form, in liquid form can improve absorption. One other thing that decreases as we age is our production of stomach acid. So our hydrochloric acid as well as our digestive enzymes. Taking a supplement that has HCl or papain or bromelain or other animal-derived proteolytic enzymes to help with digestion can actually improve our absorption of nutrients, including calcium, magnesium, which are needed for bone health.
Do you need to take vitamin D with it for absorption?
Vitamin D will certainly help absorption and incorporation into bone. And most women are actually, in this culture, are deficient in vitamin D. So having your doctor check your vitamin D status would be a wonderful starting point, making sure you're having optimal levels of vitamin D in your blood. Researchers are actually finding now too that osteoporosis, like so many other diseases, is linked to inflammation. So
here we go again.
Yep. So that whole inflammatory disease state, and that that means high glycemic index diet, eating a lot of simple sugars, a lot of simple flour-based carbohydrates, low in fiber, low in nutrients, high in sugars is going to contribute to inflammation. Other things that contribute to inflammation, unhealthy fats that we're taking in. So, taking your omega-3 fatty acids, using less inflammatory fats such as olive oils, monounsaturated fats versus poor quality fats such as highly processed corn oil or vegetable oils that more typically are bought over the counter.
Even coconut oil is supposed to be better for you, isn't it?
Yep. Because coconut oil is not as processed and is closer to its natural form, it's not going to have as many trans impurities and trans fatty acid type changes in it. Coconut oil, I would also say, is really good for cooking at high heat. So the oils that you cook with, some of them are going to be better for high heat and some of them better for low heat, and because of the trans fats that are produced from that. So olive oil, for example, which is always spoken of very highly for heart health, etc. If it's overheated, it actually can have transformations in it that lead to trans fats. So you're actually not doing yourself any good by using olive oil if you're cooking with it above that medium setting on your stove. A general recommendation is not to let your oil smoke. If your oil is smoking, it's too hot, and those inflammatory carcinogenic changes can take place in it.
So we wouldn't think of inflammation affecting our bone health, but it does.
It does. So along with inflammation is the way that our body produces estrogens and breaks down estrogens and the products that are produced from that. Because estrogens are linked to bone health, which we know, it's important that our body processes them correctly. So if our liver is overloaded with toxins from the environment, with excess hormones because we're taking unnatural estrogens or other things like that, you can actually have inflammation causing breakdown products of your estrogens. And so one thing that we typically do when people come into us for bone health is to look at their estrogen breakdown, and that's a simple urine test. Looking at estrogen metabolites and making sure that their liver is adequately breaking those down and that they're not breaking them down in an inflammatory manner. So, and then there are herbs and supplements, that can be used to alter that, that breakdown process to optimize bone health.
Okay, very good. Thanks.